I have here a male end of an extension cord. And when you're connecting an extension cord into a receptacle or maybe even another extension cord, it's basically a metal on metal contact that has to happen. What have you got, Wendell?
Here we've got a female extension cord end.
And so whenever you plug this into that, what could possibly go wrong?
Hi, I'm Wendell from Green Star Power.
And I'm John.
We're here today to talk to you about extension cords, safety and tips.
An extension cord is meant to be a temporary connection when a permanent connection can't be made.
But what happens when you have a poor connection? Like dirt, water, sand, ice, corrosion? Electricity has a hard time passing through corrosion or dirt. A poor connection can cause heat. Heat can cause fire.
So let's say this one's a little bit dirty. Is it a good idea to sort of stick my knife in there and clean it out, Wendell?
No, I don't think I would.
Why not?
Well, the biggest risk is shock. Sticking anything, knives, forks, inside those contacts will probably give you a shock.
So I have a light duty extension cord here. This is a 16 gauge. It has a 2-prong plug on it. Why does it just have 2 prongs, Wendell?
Well, a 2-prong plug can be used for light duty applications where a ground prong isn't required. Often Christmas lights are a 2-wire cord. A lot of your little handheld appliances around the house only have a 2-prong cord, like your hairdryer, little blenders in the kitchen. They have plastic cases. There's no danger of coming into contact with electricity.
How long are these usually?
Those 16 gauge cords typically don't come in more than 6 or 12 foot lengths.
And what's this thing on the end? What's that about?
That little bump on the end is there for a reason. That's to keep you from plugging 3-prong plugs in.
Oh, let me try that. I see. Doesn't work.
There you go.
So this here is a 14 gauge extension cord. What would I use this one for? It's a 3-prong plug.
Well, a lot of our standard household 15 amp loads can be plugged into a 14 gauge cord. They're typically not longer than 25 to 50 feet.
Okay. I noticed this one here has a little tab on it too. Why do they do that?
I honestly have no idea.
So you can't plug it in the wrong way.
Thanks, John. That's so that you can't take and turn them. I thought this cutting and editing would work good.
And here I have a 12 gauge extension cord. It's a lot more solid. The diameter is a lot wider. What would I use this for, Wendell?
12 gauge cords are meant to carry more current for longer distances. You can use the 12 gauge cords for heavy loads like air conditioners, trimmers out in the yard, saws, and anything like that that requires more current.
So what do you look for in an extension cord if you think there is a problem? Well, this one is nice and shiny and new. And so you know that the contact is probably going to be good. But you can look into the other end and look for dirt and whatnot and see if there is a problem. But you can also look for discoloration, maybe blackness around the end of the cords, or discoloration, or even melting going on. Those are ways to tell if your extension cord has been abused or overused. So I have here a plug that's partly damaged. Actually, it's the insulation that's damaged, and you can see the individual conductors in there, and probably because I pulled on the cord instead of pulling it out properly. Now I can get a new plug, cut this off, strip it back a little bit, and connect a brand new plug, put a brand new plug onto the end of that.
What other kind of damage can you look for on your extension cords? Take a look at this one. See, the end is all broken up. It's probably gotten driven over. That can expose loose parts. We also see If you look closely, there's melted plastic on that center connection. That's obviously been overloaded, overheated, it's melted the end. It's probably melted the contacts inside. Those should be replaced as well. So I've got a cord here that I pulled off of my scrap pile, or my repair pile. See how the inner insulation is exposed? That's a potential safety hazard. So there's a few things you can do with those. If the tear is at a convenient spot, you can just cut the cord and put a new end on it there and have 2 short extension cords. Otherwise, just dispose of it. It's not worth messing with electricity.
So here I have a variety of different types of power bars. These 2 plug in directly into the receptacle. This one's got a bit of a cord on it. Just want you to think that even though it has more receptacles on it, doesn't mean you can run a whole lot more electricity through it. You have to be careful that if you plug too many things into these, that they can overheat and can also cause fire. Earlier we said that extension cords were just for temporary purposes. If you're running them under carpet or from room to room, it's time to look into getting a receptacle put in so you can plug directly into your house wiring. It's a safety issue, and Green Star Power can help you with that. Give us a call or email us.